who is Sterling, Dujon Sterling. Well, he's taken the throw, got the ball back, but he's not managed to control it on the touchline over on the far side, so it's resulted in a Celtic throw in exactly the same position. Midway inside that Rangers half, Kieran Tierney to take it. Rangers win the ball back. It's sloppy from Celtic, and they could break here down the right-hand side. Breaking forward, pace ball towards the edge of the penalty area. Just forced a little bit wide. They need to get numbers forward here, Rangers. Just held up on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Shot comes in, and it wasn't a bad effort. It might well have been on target, actually. That shot from the edge of the penalty area by Mikey Moore. It was curling towards the far post. It's cleared, though, by Celtic. You hit a Celtic player just on the edge of the 6-yard area, and Celtic clear towards the halfway line. But Rangers come again. Rangers have started the better here at Ibrox, which you would expect, really, being the home team. Ball in towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Can they cut it back? No, they can't, because it's good work at that near post to put the ball behind for a corner by Murray. First corner of the afternoon. Ball was slipped through beautifully down towards the byline, and there was Ramens trying to cut the ball back, and good defending at that near post. Corner for Rangers, and across comes Mikey Moore, currently on loan, of course, from Tottenham Hotspur. He's going to take this corner for the home side. Up goes the right arm. He just goes short in the end towards the left-hand corner of the penalty area. Gets the ball back left-hand side of the penalty area. Clips it in towards the near post. Opportunity, and it's just a little flick on, which actually, fortuitously for Celtic, just hit the goalkeeper. And Celtic managed to get it clear. He didn't know much about it, the Celtic goalkeeper. It just goes short in the end. It's clipped in towards the near post. Oh, in fact, he would have been offside if it ended up in the back of the net. It's just a little flick on at the near post by Nicholas Raskin. Just stuck out his right leg. Only about 6 yards from goal, and it just hits the goalkeeper. But looking at the replay of it, it would have been chalked off anyway, because he was unquestionably in an offside position as Celtic stepped out following the corner. Almost 7 minutes played. Rangers 0, Celtic 0. Rangers making the early running here at Ibrox as Celtic go long, but that's going to be cleared easily on the edge of the penalty area by Fernandez out towards this near side, and here come Rangers again. There's a Rangers player down midway inside the Rangers half. Referee stopped play for a head injury, and it's a strong challenge, shall we call it that, on the back of Mikey Moore from Mario. And he's getting back to his feet now, and he appears to be okay, but it will be a free kick for Rangers midway inside their own half, just to left of centre. And it'll be taken by Emmanuel Fernandez. Fernandez clips it long, right-footed towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Gets a little flick on, but Celtic managed to get it clear out towards this near side. Rangers doing really well to win the ball back left-hand side of the penalty area. Now can they get the ball into the box? It's played across the edge of the 18-yard line. Out towards that right-hand side it goes. Held up by Skov Olsen. Skov Olsen, there's the cross right-footed. It's a decent delivery. Oh, and there's the goal! And it's the overhead kick on the edge of the 6-yard area. And Rangers have an early lead. And it's Chomity with the goal in the 9th minute here at Ibrox. They've made the quick start. And that's a big, big goal in the Scottish Premier League title race. Rangers have the early advantage. And it's the Portuguese who's got the goal, his 8th of the season. They've made all the early running here, the home side, and they've got their just rewards with that brilliant overhead kick. It was a brilliant cross from the right-hand side of the penalty area, and he flung a boot at it. Absolutely brilliant technique. And it was all down to Rangers running the ball back on the other side of the penalty area in the first place. Celtic dilly-dallied with it, and they got caught. They worked it out towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Skov Olsen down towards the byline he goes. Right-footed cross. Oh, 8 yards out. The overhead kick from the Portuguese. It's an absolute beauty. What a start here for Rangers. Huge, huge goal. It's a brilliant technique, I have to say. He gets an absolutely brilliant connection on the ball. Right-footed, overhead kick. It's one of the best goals you'll see all season. And it could be one of the biggest goals you'll see all season in the Scottish Premier League. It's first blood to the blue side of Glasgow here in the O.Firm derby. It's Rangers 1, Celtic 0, and it's Chomity with the goal. And it's a goal that won't be forgotten forgotten for some time here at Ibrox as Celtic go long and they try and catch Rangers cold. They've got themselves a corner actually at the other end. Celtic attacking the Copland Road stand towards our right-hand side. It's going to be a corner for the visitors. And Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to take this one. Rangers leading here by a 0-0. Here comes Celtic trying to get immediately back on level terms. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging corner from the ex-Arsenal and Liverpool man from the far side. Drills it low, gets a little flick on, and it's come off a Rangers player. It's going to be another corner. You'll get another opportunity here. It wasn't a particularly good corner, if I'm completely honest with you. But the last touch, I think, came off Sterling at the near post. Indeed it did. So another corner, 10 minutes played. And again, it'll be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain taking it. Puts the left arm up in the air, steps up. Similar corner to the last one. Really, really poor one. Cleared by Rangers. But Celtic have it again. Edge of the penalty area. Poked out towards that left-hand side. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is still out there. He then overruns it slightly. Goes down wanting a free kick. He's furious with the decision. He's not going to get it. And he needs to get back in position again because Rangers suddenly are attacking down the left-hand side. Now over the halfway line they come. And it's with Chukwueze, the Dane. Plays it on. This is a really fast start for Rangers. It really is. They're searching out a second here. Cross comes in towards the far post. Can they get another one in? No, they can't. It's gone wide. It just had a little bit too much on it. And Celtic need to wake up here because this game is going to be on them before they do. Ball down towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. And it's a floating cross from Mikey Moore towards that far post. It just had a little bit too much on it. There were two Rangers players arriving at the far post. And in the end, they almost got in each other's way, actually. It was Chomity and Skov Olsen who both arrived. It was a tight angle anyway. I think actually the last touch came off of Skov Olsen. I think it actually hit the outside of the post. But from that angle, it was almost impossible to get it on target. Celtic go long again. Rangers are making the early running here at Ibrox. They've got the goal. And here's the impressive Mikey Moore. He's involved in everything the Spurs loanee. The ball is going to go out and play down this near side. It's going to be a Rangers throw in level with the edge of the Celtic penalty area down the left. And they can sense a second here, Rangers, already. They could get this done and dusted early doors because Celtic still seem half asleep here in this early kickoff. Throw is taken. It's just a short one. Poked towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. And this time it's Chukwueze. They've won another corner. It's put out the near post. Good defending. This time from Callum McGregor. And the Celtic captain needs to rally the troops at the moment. So across comes Mikey Moore to take this corner for Rangers, who fully deserve this early lead that they've got. They're searching, they're sniffing, they're sensing a second here. Mikey Moore with this corner, and it comes right above the goalkeeper. And in fact, it's gone right onto the roof of the net. It's a wasted opportunity from Mikey Moore. See what he was trying to do there. Just play it right above the goalkeeper into that 6-yard area, into the danger zone. But in the end, it just looped onto the roof of the net and goes behind for a goal kick. Celtic hurrying to get on with things. They played a long ball up towards this near side for Yang. And Yang loses possession. It's sloppy from him, and Ramens can clear for Rangers, who go back towards the edge of their own 18-yard line. They're just chasing shadows at the moment, Celtic. They really are. Rangers go long down the centre. One to chase for Skov Olsen, but it's headed clear. They just need to get a grip at the moment. Here's Tierney over on the far side. Closed down by Skov Olsen, goes back towards the edge of his own 18-yard line. Here's Murray. Murray on towards McGregor, left-hand side of the centre circle, just over the halfway line for Rangers. Pokes it back to Tierney again. Tierney in field to the fair-haired Scales. And eventually it works its way out towards the near side. They go long down the right side. It's another sloppy ball. It really is. And the latest to give the ball away for Celtic is the number 22, Julian Ario, the Mexican. Just hurried into a clearance down this near side. The ball has eventually gone out of play. It will be a throw-in for Rangers, just shy of the halfway line down their left-hand side. 14 minutes played here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Celtic 0. Chomity with the goal. And what a goal it was as well in the 8th minute. Throw-in is taken. It comes back towards this near side. Still a little bit of head tennis, but the referee's seen enough there. He's given a free kick for a foul by Ramens, the Belgian. So free kick for Celtic, just shy of the halfway line down there right-hand side. It's played long, left-footed towards the edge of that Rangers penalty area. Headed clear and out towards the far side. It was the long ball that was searching out Maeda, the Japanese, cleared towards the halfway line. There's a coming together over on the far side. The ball eventually has gone out of play, and I think the last touch came off of Liam Scales. Indeed it did. It came off the Irishman. It's out of play for a throw into Rangers. Over on the far side in front of the Sandy Jardine stand here at Ibrox. Rangers, remember, if they win today, they would move to within 4 points of Hearts. But possibly more importantly than that, they'll open up a nice cushion between themselves and Celtic. It's 2 points at the moment. It will be 5 if they win this one. Celtic will have a game in hand, though. It's so tight at the top of the Scottish Premier League. Here come Rangers. We haven't seen much in an attacking sense, but left-hand side of the penalty area. And it's cut back towards the edge of the penalty area, but straight to a blue shirt. And there's the clearance long for Rangers down the centre, but it's got too much on it. It's going to go all the way through to the goalkeeper, Sinisalu, who's already had to pick the ball out of the net. As Rangers continue to do all the early running. Rangers have given away possession over on the far side, though. Celtic over the halfway line. They come. It's scooped towards the edge of the penalty area. It's got too much on it, though, in the end, actually. Bounces a couple of times, searching out the run of Adamu, who is up front for Celtic this afternoon. The Austrians on loan from Freiburg. Low ball out from Butland towards the left-hand side of his penalty area. Here's Fernandez. Chukwuani picks it up, hounded by 2 Celtic players, just brushes both of them off and makes his way back towards the edge of the penalty area and then gives the ball to Suter, right-hand side of the D. Suter out to Sterling over on that far side. Down the line it goes. And here's Raskin. It really is all Rangers at the moment, working it down that far side. Mikey Moore now pops up over on that right-hand side, then plays it back down the line towards the halfway line. A little bit of space opens up for Chukwuani again. Chukwuani sweeps it back towards the halfway line. Low ball out towards the near side. That's not a particularly good one, and it's cut out in the end by Ario. And the ball has eventually gone out of play down this near side, just as if it came off a Rangers player, but it's gone the other way. Throw in to Rangers on the halfway line down the left-hand side. 17 minutes played. And the throw-in will be taken by Romans, the Belgian. One of 5 players back in the side today for Rangers after that draw with Motherwell last weekend. Ario goes long towards the halfway line, but that one's cleared, looped up into the air by Emmanuel Fernandez. Who will it drop down to? Will it drop down in favour of Celtic? Low ball out towards the far side is a good one. There's space now to run into for Kieran Tierney, but he just holds the ball up actually and goes back towards the halfway line. Felt he could have continued that run down the left-hand side. Eventually it does reach the left-hand side of the penalty area. Cross comes in. That one's blocked. That's behind. That's another corner for Celtic. And Celtic's corner tally goes up to 3. And again, it'll be the Ox, as he's known as, over towards the far side to take this one. Been given an opportunity here, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, after training at Arsenal for some time. Picked up by Martin O'Neill. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from that far side. But before all that happens, the referee is just speaking with, among others, Liam Scales inside that penalty area. Crowded around the 6-yard area as normal. In it comes. He gets a better height on it this time, but it's still cleared out towards this near side for Rangers. But Celtic do pick up the pieces right inside of the penalty area, and eventually it's ricocheted off of a Celtic player and it's gone behind. It's Kieran Tierney who popped up on that right-hand side for the Hoops, and it's behind. It's a goal kick for Rangers. We've played nearly 20 minutes here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Celtic 0. Ball is placed down on the edge of his 6-yard area by Jack Butland. And Rangers comfortable at the moment in the ascendancy with the goal, with the home support as well, of course. Clears long right-footed out towards this near side. Towering header clear for Celtic, but that'll be dealt with by Rangers in the form of Suter, who goes long. He gets lucky because it falls for a blue shirt as well down this near side. And here again comes Mikey Moore advancing towards the edge of the penalty area. Just wanted to do everything himself there and runs into trouble. Ario goes long, but that'll be dealt with inside the centre circle again for Rangers in the form of Suter, who goes low out towards the far side. Raskin plays it immediately back inside the Rangers half. Suter has it again, diagonally goes from right to left. And he's searching out the run of Ramens down this near side. It's the flag has gone up down this near side. 20 minutes played here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Celtic 0. The goal in the 8th minute by Schmidt, the Portuguese. Celtic with possession on the edge of their own penalty area. Scales can bring this one forward. It's got Kieran Tierney towards the left-hand side. Finds Tierney over the halfway line. It comes. A sloppy pass over on the far side by Oxlade-Chamberlain, which immediately gives possession back to Rangers. They go long down the centre. Rushing out of his goal comes Sinisalo. Clears for Celtic, and in the end, Tierney's happy to go all the way back to the goalkeeper once more, just on the left-hand corner of his penalty area. Goes low out towards Murray, gets the ball back immediately, and then pokes it out to Scales, who'll try down the left-hand side this time, as Tierney makes a run over on the far side, still held up by Scales. Out towards the halfway line. They've got to be careful here, Celtic, and in the end, McGregor goes all the way back to the goalkeeper once more. They'll start again, Celtic. At least getting a little bit more possession here now, Martin O'Neill's men. Even if they've really created anything, scooped down that left-hand side. And it's being chased by Yang, but it's going to be cleared, and it's going to be cleared out of play. So it will be a Celtic throw-in, level with the edge of the Rangers penalty area down the left-hand side for Celtic. Kieran Tierney will take it. He won't take it yet, though, because there's another ball on the pitch as he just prepares to take this throw-in. Goes back down the line to Scales. Scales just to the left of the centre circle, plays it inside the centre circle, and here's Ario. Ario out towards the inside right position, just over the halfway line. Low out towards this near side. This is better from Celtic, who at least got numbers forward on the edge of the penalty area. Nygren. They work it from right to left. It eventually reaches the feet of Kieran Tierney again over on that far side for Celtic. Back to Scales, left-hand side of the centre circle. And he goes forward towards McGregor. Plenty of green and white hoops shirts. Then comes that cross from the left-hand side. It was a dangerous delivery, but it's held well just on the edge of the 6-yard area by Jack Butland. It's not a bad delivery from Kieran Tierney. They had 2 or 3 rushing in towards the far post, one of which was Adamu. Maeda as well was there. They've struggled to get on the ball, these Celtic attacking players. We're at the midway point of the first half here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Celtic 0. Full value for that lead as well. Rangers, they've had it's pretty much 50-50 actually, the possession. I think that's probably changed over the last 5 minutes or so, where Celtic have got a foothold. It's actually 49-51 in favour of Celtic, but Celtic have yet to have any shots on target, any shots of any sort at all. In fact, 3 for Rangers, 1 of those on target, which of course was the goal. As Butland goes long for Rangers. Tip towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. That will be dealt with. That will be put out of play, though, by Scales. Throw into Rangers. Level with the edge of the penalty area down the left-hand side for the hosts. And it'll be taken by Tuur Romens. Just goes short in the end. Gets the ball back immediately. Pokes it towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Eventually it comes back towards Raskin. Turn 25 this week. Nicholas Raskin. Recycled out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Here's Mikey Moore again. Infield he goes. And finds the number 21 Sterling. It's worked out towards that right-hand touchline for Rangers, and then all the way back towards the halfway line. Fernandez on it goes. Chukwani in the inside right position, loops one towards the edge of the penalty area, and rushing out of his goal comes Sinisalo, who did well actually there, the Celtic goalkeeper, looking to get on with proceedings as well. Bowls it long towards the halfway line. They're a little bit stretched here, Rangers I should say, and the ball comes in from the left-hand side. It's a really poor delivery from Yang. It's gone out of play down this near side. Yeah, 2 to aim for. Adamu and Maeda both forward for Celtic. Just a bit offside in the build-up, just looking at a replay of it. It's very tight. Left-footed cross from pretty much the left-hand corner of the penalty area, curling away from goal, but far too much on it, out of play. Throw in for Rangers in their left-back position, and it'll be taken by Romens. Down the line it goes. Ario gets a little bit on it. It's loose, and then it's just knifed forward in towards that penalty area, but it's gone all the way through to Jack Butland, the Rangers goalkeeper. Butland picks the ball up just on the edge of his 6-yard area. In no hurry at all to release this. Just done well, Celtic, just to take the sting out of it a little bit. They were being overrun. They were being outfought and outthought by Rangers for that first sort of 15 minutes or so. It's evened itself out, this game. The Rangers have got the all-important goal as they go long out towards the far side. The ball just about kept in play for Rangers over on the far side by Skovalsson, who goes long towards the penalty area. They've got to deal with it. They're not dealing with it particularly well here. And it's going to be 2-0. It's an awful mix-up inside that penalty area. And Rangers have doubled their lead. And it's that man again, Chimiti, at the double in the 26th minute. And it's an absolute horror show for Celtic. Long ball in towards the penalty area. And between them, the defence and the goalkeeper said, well, if you fancy a second here, why not have a go? And that's exactly what happened. The ball has ended up in the back of the net, and it's Rangers 2, Celtic 0. It's a calamity for Celtic. It was a long ball forward out towards the right-hand side, and it's just a hopeful ball really forward. It's looped forward, and it's just a total miskick from Scales. He doesn't deal with it initially. Then Ario doesn't deal with it. The goalkeeper comes out to claim it, and Chimiti just sticks out the right leg as the goalkeeper comes to claim it. And he just knocks it past him from about 7 yards out. It's an absolute comical goal. The first miss actually was from Dame Murray. He misses out. Then it's completely missed by Ario. And then the goalkeeper comes out to claim and doesn't. And Chimiti just sticks out a right leg and knocks it past the goalkeeper. It's one of the most comical goals. And we've seen a bit of everything, haven't we, this afternoon? The first goal from Chimiti, an absolute cracker. The overhead kick, the bicycle kick in the 8th minute to give Rangers the lead. And then we go from that, the sublime, to the ridiculous, really. It's I mean, he's got to be there. Give him his dues, the Portuguese. He had to be there, didn't he? The crowd are going absolutely insane here at Ibrox. They're jumping for joy. They're 2-0 up, and they've been gifted that second goal by some absolutely comical defending from Martin O'Neill's men. And it's 2-0. And the same man on the end of them, Chimiti, on both occasions as Rangers go long again. If they get a third before half-time, they could wrap this up before the break. They really could. Well, it was just before I was mentioning that Celtic had done well in the previous sort of 10 minutes just to take the sting out of the game and stop the onslaught really more than anything else. And then they go and gift Rangers a second goal like that. 2 defensive errors. The goalkeeper as well, he's not covered himself in glory at all as Viyami Sinisalo. And the 2 defenders involved, Dame Murray, and then it was Ario, I think, Julian Ario as well, the Mexican. They both totally missed the ball inside the penalty area. And Celtic have got it all to do here as they go long towards the edge of the penalty area, and the ball is put out of play down this near side. Throw in for Celtic. Lovely edge to the Rangers penalty area down the Celtic right-hand side. And at the moment, you cannot see a way back for Celtic, not the way they're playing. They continue to play like this. This is the amazing thing is this is the 450th Old Firm derby, and the numbers are incredible. The previous 449, Rangers have 172, Celtic 171 with 106 draws. So if Celtic were to win today, they'd actually even that up. But it's not going to happen at the moment because Rangers are firmly in control here at Ibrox, leading by 2 Chimiti goals. 8th minute, 26th minute, his 8th and 9th goals of the season. As the ball is put down on the edge of the 6-yard area, it's going to be a goal kick for Rangers, right-footed. Goes long down the centre, headed clear towards that halfway line. Eventually it's going to drop down towards this near side, and the ball is just about kept in play. And it's Celtic who have possession over on the far side, and they're going to get a free kick, in fact. As down goes Maeda, who's not been involved at all, to be quite honest with you. 1985 was the last time that a side other than Celtic or Rangers won the Scottish Premier League. Since that 1984-85 season, which was won by Aberdeen under the management, of course, of Sir Alex Ferguson. Celtic have won the league 22 times, Rangers have won it 18 times. And the team, of course, that are threatening to end that run are Hearts, who should have won the title in 1986, of course, for those long enough in the tooth to remember. And they lost the title on the last day of the season. They only needed a draw on the last day of the season to get that title, and they lost. And that opened the door for Celtic, who won the Scottish Premier League in 1986, and that started the run of 40 consecutive seasons of the O.Firm winning the title. Hearts looking to win their first Scottish Premier League since 1960. They may not have a better opportunity, but these two teams are going to contrive to stop that from happening as Rangers go long down the centre. That one's headed clear, though, by Scales towards the halfway line. A little bit of space now for McGregor. Just tries to slip in Yang. Doesn't work out, though, as it's cut out by Fernandez. Back to the goalkeeper. Butland clears first time. Right-footed. And, beautiful control inside the centre circle there as well. On it goes towards the edge of the penalty area. It's cut out. Mikey Moore it was. Brought that ball down beautifully. Then tried to slip it through. Celtic clear, but they've only cleared to a blue shirt. Here come Rangers again. Rangers with on the right side of the penalty area with Mikey Moore. He goes down wanting a free kick, and the referee's not buying that one at all. And Celtic can bring it clear through Tierney. Tierney goes long left-footed towards the halfway line, but Rangers win it back again. They're fancying a third. Here's Mikey Moore, central inside the Celtic half. Just looking for some movement in front of him. Eventually knocks it out towards this near side, and it's just overrun slightly in the end by Romens. And Celtic can clear down their right-hand side. They're intent on playing it out from the back. It's not worked out particularly well so far, but they have found a way out. And then a very odd clearance over on the far side by McGregor out towards the far side, and Celtic have conceded a foul on the halfway line, and they've taken a quick one again. They're catching Celtic napping here. Picked up over on the far side by Skov Olsen, but he's happy to play it back towards the halfway line. He had a couple of players ahead of him as well, if he fancied playing it through towards the edge of the penalty area. Here's Tua Romens again. He goes down the line, and it's put out of play as Nadira tries to go around Julian Arias. So it's a throw into Rangers, midway inside the Celtic half, down the Rangers left. 32 minutes played now here at Ibrox. Rangers 2 to the good, and full value for that 2-goal lead as well. And they're closing the gap as it stands on Heart of Midlothian, leading the way in this Scottish Premier League race. And of course, if Celtic do lose this race, they'll only be a point clear of Motherwell in fourth. Are they potentially still involved in this title race? Well, they're certainly the team in form at the moment, aren't they? Celtic have had more possession. They actually lead the possession stats, 52 to 48, but their shots are still at 0. None on target, none off target, nothing of any sort. They've not threatened that Rangers goal at all. And here come Rangers again, searching for a third, but that one's just slightly overrun by Skov Olsen, and Rangers win it back immediately inside the centre circle. And that's the story of the game so far, really. They're just first to every single ball as they work it out towards the far side. Plenty of players forward again on the edge of the penalty area. Is the cross going to come in from Skov Olsen? He pokes it out towards the far side. It's just held up on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Mikey Moore gets involved. He's getting involved in everything, to be quite honest with you, at the moment. Really has been superb. Slipped through towards the right side of the penalty. There's the low ball in towards that near post. It's cut out by Scales. It's put behind, and it's another Rangers corner. They just can't handle Rangers at the moment, Celtic. They really can't. It's drilled in towards that near post. Mikey Moore is involved in absolutely everything. Skov Olsen it is, going across towards the far side to take this corner. It'll be a left-footed in-swinger. And I think it's Rangers' third corner of the afternoon. And it comes towards that near post, but it's headed clear. I think Tierney got it clear at the near post. Mikey Moore sends it back out towards that far side. Skov Olsen is still there. Infield to Moore again. Still plenty of players forward following that corner. In it comes towards the penalty area. Gets a little flick on towards the far post and then bounces harmlessly through to the goalkeeper. Nadira was stretching out the leg at the far post, but the German needed another few inches if he was going to make contact. Here's Sinisalu, low out towards the near side. Here's Ario, goes long down that right hand side. It's a terrible ball down this near side though. It's gone out of play slightly. He's completely sliced that clearance, the Mexican, down this near side, so it's gone out of play for a Rangers throw on the halfway line down their left, which they've already taken. They've gone all the way back to Butland. Here's Fernandez out towards this near side, just about kept in by Romens. He gets the ball back again down this near side and continues, tries to go around Ario pushes him over. Simple as that. Free kick to Rangers. He's pleading his innocence, but right in front of the referee as well. He literally just comes over and just barges him over. I'm quite surprised he's not gone in the book for that one, to be quite honest with you. No yellow cards dished out so far from John Beaton, the referee, but it's a free kick which Mikey Moore will take for Rangers. And just a couple of yards infield from the left-hand touchline in front of the main stand here at Ibrox, which is jumping for joy at the moment with Rangers 2 goals to the good. Right-footed delivery. It's going to go straight into the goalkeeper's arms. The poor delivery actually on that occasion from the Englishman, and easily grabbed by the goalkeeper. Bowls it out towards the far side. Celtic looking to get on with things. It could change the half-time team talks if Celtic were to get a goal before half-time. The ball's gone out of play over on the far side, and a little bit of afters there between Fernandez and I think it's Kieran Tierney over on the far side. Indeed it is. It's simmered somewhat now, and Celtic take the throw-in on the left-hand side. They then go long through Murray out towards this near side, and the referee's, or the linesman I should say, is furiously waving his flag. It's going to be a free kick to Celtic. This could be interesting. That long ball out towards this near side, looking for Yang, and there's just a subtle pull of the arm there from Romens, which has resulted in a free kick in a dangerous position here for Celtic. It's 30 yards from the byline, and it's around about 10-12 yards infield from the right-hand touchline. So this is an opportunity for a Celtic side who haven't had one shot on goal in the 37 minutes that we've played so far here at Ibrox. But Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is placing the ball down. He's taken Celtic's corners, and he's not had a lot of luck with those so far. Let's see if he can produce from this set piece. Steps up now, right-footed. Curls it towards that far post. Header towards the 6-yard area, and that's claimed well by Jack Butland. Does well there, the English goalkeeper. No problems. And then just waves his teammates forward. I think he's going to kick long here from hands. And indeed he does. Right-footed. Headed clearing out towards this near side for Celtic, but it'll drop out of play. It'll be a Rangers throw-in just inside the Celtic half, down the Rangers left, and it'll be taken by Tua Romens. Throws it back inside his own half, and Fernandez turns and plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper, just on the left of the D. Low out towards Suter. Suter finds Sterling over on the far side. That's cut out as he plays it over the halfway line, and Celtic come over the halfway line now with McGregor, and then just runs out of steam. Cleared by Rangers towards the halfway line. Celtic win it back. Now they're a little bit stretched here, Rangers. Forward comes McGregor again. The ball is set out towards the left-hand side of the penalty. It's got a little bit too much on it. Goes back though towards Tierney. Now Yang. Low ball towards the edge of the penalty area. They're shot shy at the moment, Celtic. They really are. They've lost possession once more, and they've conceded a free kick as well. And there goes the first yellow card of the afternoon. And the first yellow card goes to the Celtic captain, Callum McGregor, who prevented Mikey Moore from breaking there as Rangers won possession back on the edge of the penalty area. It's just too many touches from the Celtic players. They were coming forward. Nobody seemed to want to take control and maybe get a shot away. So 6 minutes to half time. Rangers 2, Celtic 0, and a free kick to Rangers just outside their own penalty area, which Butland will take. Kicks long right-footed towards the edge of that Celtic penalty area. Scales towering header clear for Celtic, but Rangers send it back towards the edge of that penalty, and it falls kindly for Skov Olsen, racing down towards the corner flag, and then there's a coming together between himself and Kieran Tierney, and Kieran Tierney is absolutely disgusted with the decision to award the free kick. Just looked like a coming together. Just looking at a replay of it now, he did have a hold of his shirt, to be fair. And the free kick in a dangerous position here for Rangers. It's almost better than a corner, just a few yards in field from the corner flag. Skov Olsen back on his feet. Mikey Moore goes across to take it. So this will be a right-footed outswinger from that far side as we enter the last 5 minutes of the first half. A first half dominated by Danny Roll's men. 2 goals to the good, Rangers. And opening up a gap between themselves and Celtic of 5 points, and closing the gap, of course, on Hearts at the top. In comes this delivery, right-footed. There's the head. Oh, just wide of the goalkeeper's right-hand post. It's a good header. I think it was Fernandez in the end who rose highest, edge of the 6-yard area. I think he could do better, actually. It's a free header. Indeed it is. Emmanuel Fernandez. And he gets a clear header in from the edge of the 6-yard area. Can't direct it on the goal. And Celtic have a goal kick, which they've already taken. They've already given the ball away, which has been a theme of this first half here at Ibrox. Celtic gifting possession to Rangers on numerous occasions, and Rangers just appear and have appeared since the first whistle at the start of play to be the hungrier side as they go butt to Butland. Butland then kicks long right-footed just to the left of centre. Little flick on towards this near side. Can he keep the ball in play? Oh yes he can. Good work as well by Nadiri, but he's in an offside position. And the German just went a little bit early there. It's a long ball forward and that little flick on. 4 minutes now to half time, and Celtic with possession in their left back position, in their right back position I should say. They go back to the goalkeeper, who goes low out to Scales. Scales over the halfway line, it goes to Yang. Yang loses possession because his touch was too heavy. Sloppy from the Korean, gifting possession once more back to Rangers, who go long down the centre, but that's got too much on it from Chipwani. That'll go all the way through to the goalkeeper, who bowls out to Liam Scales. Scales bringing this ball forward towards the halfway line, and a little pressure, 1-2 between himself and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He then goes square to Murray. Over the halfway line it goes, and again it's sloppy from Celtic, and it's easily won back over on the far side. Chipwani, good work from him. They go long then, Rangers down the centre, and cleared by Celtic towards the halfway line, and on this occasion the ball does drop kindly for the Hoops, and they have it over on the far side with Kieran Tierney. Tierney back to Scales, under pressure from Skov Olsen. Manages to maintain possession and find Tierney once more over on the far side, just shy of the halfway line. Back it goes to Scales again, midway inside the Celtic half, and he turns and nonchalantly plays it back to his goalkeeper just on the edge of the penalty area. And in the end, it's all the way back to the goalkeeper once more by Murray this time. First time clearance left-footed, just about makes the halfway line. Header clearing out towards the far side and then flicked on by Skov Olsen for Rangers. Cleared by Celtic towards the halfway line, but that'll be a free kick as Skov Olsen is brought down by Adamu. 2 minutes to half-time. Free kick to Rangers, right inside of the centre circle, inside the Celtic half. And still we await Celtic's first shot of any sort, let alone a shot on target. They've not had a shot at all. And Rangers full value for their 2-goal lead here in the O.Firm. The second in a week, of course. They'll meet again next week in the Cup here at Ibrox, quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. And Rangers have a free kick here. The defensive line for Celtic is about 20 yards from goal. Mikey Moore is behind it. Also Skov Olsen is there. They've got a right foot or a left-footed option. And it will be Skov Olsen. Left-footed, plays it in towards the far post, headed across the 6-yard area. Oh, there's an opportunity, and the shot comes in from Suter, which is blocked. And in the end, the ball is ricocheted behind harmlessly off of Fernandez, I think it is, for a goal kick. But that was an opportunity. Played in, headed down, and suddenly Suter, maybe not the man they wanted it to drop to, Rangers inside that penalty area, had a shot and it was blocked. I'm not sure it was on target anyway, to be fair. Here's Yang, turns well, and then slips as he plays that one down the centre, but I think he was brought down actually by Suter as he cleared, as he was rushing back the goal. And he just clipped his heels. Tried to carry on. But he was on his feet. Free kick to Celtic on the halfway line as we enter the last 30 seconds of the first 45. Here is Liam Scales. Goes long down that left-hand side. Good ball, actually. Searching out Maida, the Japanese, over on the far side. Low ball back towards the halfway, and here's Scales. Scales scoops it down that left-hand side, and it's volley clear for Rangers out towards the far side. Just about kept in play by Mikey Moore. He volleys it down the line. Rangers then lose possession. It's Tierney. We're inside stoppage time. I don't think we'll have a great deal of stoppage time. In fact, we'll just have the 1 minute to add on. 1 minute for Rangers to go 2-0 in at half-time. In a first half that they've dominated from the first whistle. Celtic just haven't got going. Can they get themselves something here before half-time? No, they can't, because they've lost possession over on the far side, and that's dealt with well by Chukwani. They then go long down that right-hand touchline. It's gone out of play, but it will be a Rangers throw-in on the halfway line down their right-hand side. They'll take their time with this one. Danny Rosman, knowing they're going in at half-time with this 2-goal cushion. 2 goals from Chamisi, the Portuguese, the 8th minute, the 26th. The 8th minute was a sublime. The 26th was a ridiculous, really. Gifted to him by a very, very flat-footed Celtic defence. A mix-up. Well, first of all, a complete miss-hit from Dane Murray, and then a bit of a mix-up, really. There goes the half-time whistle, and it's very much advantage Rangers here at Ibrox. They lead Rangers back in numbers. Low ball in towards the penalty area. That's going to have far too much on it. And it's behind for a goal kick for Rangers. 8 minutes played at the start of the second half. Rangers 2, Celtic 0. Less said about that ball through the better. Searching out Yang. I think it was played in by Maida. It just had far too much on it as Butland clips one right-footed out towards this near side. It's got too much on it there, though, the goalkeeper. Go to play. Throw into Celtic just inside the Rangers half. Down the Celtic left. Tierney to take it. Tierney again looking left, looking right. And in the end just plays the short one. And then from Maida it goes back inside his own half to Scales. Goalkeeper well outside of his penalty area. Sinisalo out towards Scales again down this near side. Plays it over the halfway line. First time ball infield. Not a particularly good one. And they've messed that one up completely there. Celtic gifting possession back to Rangers inside the centre circle. They've returned the favour though, Rangers. Giving it straight back to Celtic. A little bit stretched here, Rangers, as it comes out towards this near side. Low ball towards the edge of the 18-yard line. Now Maida is going to go for a shot. And it's pushed behind for a corner by the goalkeeper. And finally, in the 55th minute, Celtic have their first shot. And it's Hatate, in fact, with the shot, which was just creeping in to that bottom corner. Strong hand from Butland to put it behind. And Celtic have their 5th corner of the afternoon to be taken from this near side. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Just showing a little bit of fight here. Martin O'Neill's men, they go short at the corner. Played across the edge of the 18-yard line. Hatate again. Plays it centrally. Shot comes in, takes a deflection, goes behind. Another corner for Celtic. This is better from the visitors. Hatate rolled it towards his right-hand side. And that shot hit Fernandez, I think, on the edge of the 18-yard line. So Tierney right in front of the Celtic fans over on that far side in that corner. Looking to get his team back in it. A goal for Celtic now would certainly put a completely different complexion on this game. And it comes from Tierney, clear towards the edge of the penalty area. Play back into the mix. It's loose inside that penalty area. Can somebody get a shot away? Rangers get it clear, but Celtic have it again. Tierney, right corner of the penalty area, chops it onto his right foot. There's the cross. It's a decent delivery towards the far post and cleared by Suter on the edge of the 6-yard area. Celtic, though, having a good spell of possession here. Can they get themselves back into this game? It's low out towards this near side. And Tonetsi. Shot comes in, it's blocked. It wasn't a particularly good one. He's got lucky there as he's bounces out towards this near side again. And Hatate, left-hand side of the penalty area, low ball into the box. Clipped towards the far post. There's the header. Must be the goal. It is the goal. And Celtic are back in it. And it's Kieran Tierney with a goal in the 56th minute. And suddenly, this game has got a whole different complexion on it. They're back in it. They've halved the deficit here in the O.Firm. It's Rangers 2, Celtic 1, and it's an unlikely source for the goal as well. It's Kieran Tierney who's got on the end of it. Lovely floated ball towards that far post. Left-footed, it's dinked in towards the far post, and Tierney rose highest to head it in. The assist goes to Benjamin Nygren, the Swede. He clipped it in towards Tierney, and he couldn't miss, really, Kieran Tierney. It's a free header. It really is. It's poor defending from Rangers. But it's a good header down. He sends it back from where it came, back to the direction it came from, towards the goalkeeper's right-hand side. And I did mention some moments ago that if Celtic could get a goal back, this game would feel completely different. And it does already before the hour mark. There's plenty of time left. And those couple of changes that Martin O'Neill made at half-time have certainly made a difference. But it's Kieran Tierney who's got the goal to make it Rangers 2, Celtic 1. 57 minutes played. Plenty of time for further goals in this O.Firm game. As Celtic have possession, back it goes to the goalkeeper inside the D. Low out to Murray on his right-hand side. Forward it goes to McGregor. McGregor, by the way, the Celtic captain, is the only player to have been booked so far this afternoon by our referee John Beaton from Motherwell. Lost down this near side by Hatate for Celtic, but Rangers are doing kind of similar to what Celtic kept doing in the first half. They keep winning possession and then just gifting it back to their opponents, but they have managed to find a way out down this near side. Cross from the right-hand side is a terrible one, and it'll go out of play over on the far side, and it'll be a Celtic throw in the right-back position. And the cross from this near side from the man who's got the 2 goals for Rangers this afternoon, Chimiti. Disappointed with that one. He only had 1 to aim for inside that penalty area. And Rangers go all the way to the goalkeeper, Butland. Butland clears long first time, right-footed, down the centre. Scales gets something on it, and Celtic in the end do manage to get it clear towards the halfway line. Here's Suter. Suter brings it towards the halfway line. Now Scholes, and that towards his near side. Just shy of the halfway line is Sterling. Sterling goes long towards the edge of the Celtic penalty area. Scales will deal with that one. Under a little bit of pressure though, puts the ball out of play. It will be a Rangers throw-in. Midway inside the Celtic half, down the Rangers right. I think he'll be impressed, Danny Roll, with the way his team started the second half. Full of force, looking to try and find that third one, but then slowly but surely Celtic got a foothold in the game. And they've got their reward as well with that goal from Kieran Tierney, thrown down towards the byline. And Chimiti keep it in play. No, he can't. It's gone out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Celtic right next to the corner flag in their left-back position. It'll be their goal scorer, Kieran Tierney, to take it. Tierney's going for the long throw down the line. There's the header from Scholes and up into the air from the Dane. Cleared though by Celtic. And there might be a way out towards the far side, but that's dealt with by Fernandez, who turns and plays it back to the goalkeeper, Butland. Butland, first time clearance, right-footed, down the centre. Again, it's Celtic who come away with it. Here's Atarte, pokes it back to Murray, and Murray turns and goes back to the goalkeeper, just on the edge of his 6-yard area. Scales to his left, finds him, gets the ball back immediately to the goalkeeper. Closed down by Chimiti, intent on playing up the back here. Celtic, got to be careful. Back it goes again to the goalkeeper, and this time he hurriedly clears it long under a little bit of pressure from Nadiri. It's gone out of play though. He's sort of sliced his clearance out towards his near side, the Finnish goalkeeper. So it'll be a throw-in for Rangers just inside the Celtic half, down the Rangers right. Dujon Sterling to take it. Throws it back inside his own half, and it's with John Suter. Square to Fernandez. Now it's Romans over in the far side. Had a good half. Barely touched the ball in the second half so far, the Belgian. Plays a low ball towards the edge of the 18-yard line, and again, Celtic, they've certainly woken up. They were so poor in that first half. Win the ball back. Can they break now? Over the halfway line they come. Space over on that far side. It's poked out towards that far side, and Ario, there comes the cross. Cut out behind, corner for Celtic, and suddenly it's the Celtic fans you can hear over on that far side in the corner. They fancy this. They think they can get back into it. And the man who's got them back into it, Kieran Tierney, has rushed over towards the far side to take this corner. We're in the 62nd minute here at Ibrox. Celtic attacking the Broomloan stand towards our left-hand side. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. Kieran Tierney then with the delivery. Left-footed in, swinging from that far side in front of those Celtic fans. In it comes. It's a decent delivery. Headed clear by Fernandez out towards the far side, and Skov Olsen does well to prevent the ball going out for another corner as he volleys it long from the byline towards the halfway line. But Celtic will have it again as they work it out towards the inside right position. There comes a cross. It's a good one. There's the header. What an opportunity for 2-2. And it's a really poor header in the end from Maeda, the Japanese. The ball's floated in towards the far post. 8 yards out, just heads it straight to the goalkeeper's arms. It's a big, big opportunity. It really is for Desem Maeda. He'll be disappointed with that. Good delivery initially from Kieran Tierney. Rangers managed to clear their lines. It was worked back out towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Cross came in, and now was Maeda, who rose highest, just as Tierney did when he got his goal. Not the same result. Rangers now go long. Headed clearing out towards the far side, headed back towards the edge of the Celtic penalty area. Scales gets ahead on it, and it's picked up though left-hand side of the penalty area by Skov Olsen for Rangers. Chukwani takes up possession over on the far side, midway inside the Rangers half. He's got Mikey Moore over there. He ran the first half. Mikey Moore has been very quiet in this second half, the Tottenham loanee, but he does pick up possession over on the far side, and then Rangers go all the way out towards the halfway line, and Fernandez has it left-hand side of the centre circle. Low ball out towards Sterling down this near side. Now finds Skov Olsen. Infield immediately to Chukwuani. This is better from Rangers. Just taking the sting out of the game. Celtic have dominated the last 10 minutes or so. That's a poor one, though, out towards this near side. Searching out Sterling from John Suter. Got far too much on it. Rangers are going to make a change. It's a throw-in down this near side. Are they going to make the change before this throw-in? Indeed, they are. The board goes up. Just the one change by the looks of things for Danny Roll's men. And it's going to be Nadiri to come off, the number 20. He's going to be replaced by the number 10, Mohamed Diamandi, the Ivory Coast man, in the 64th minute, with his team still leading by 2-1. Rangers 2 goals to the good at half-time. Shamisi with the 2 goals in the 8th and the 26th, and then the reply from Kieran Tierney in the 56th minute, and it's the aforementioned Tierney who's got the ball in hand at the moment. He prepares this throw-in for Celtic to go inside their own half. Throws long, headed clear by Sterling, straight back to Tierney, who heads it back inside the Rangers half, and eventually goes out of play down this near side, but it will be a Celtic throw-in just in front of the dugouts as the ball is retrieved by Martin O'Neill. He'll be far more impressed with the way his team have played in the early stages of this second half. They were nothing short of awful in that first period. They really were disappointing. Celtic with possession following the throw. Tierney goes long towards the edge of the penalty area, bounces once and goes through to Jack Butland, the Rangers goalkeeper. Bowls it out towards the far side because he spotted Romans in a bit of space, and the Belgian infield towards Chukwuani. Back it goes to Fernandez. Chukwuani again then picks up possession over on the far side. Inside the centre circle for Rangers is Nicholas Raskin. But in the end, they go all the way back to Butland again. Butland ball on his right foot, kicks long out towards this near side. Tierney's underneath it with the header, clears towards the halfway line, but Rangers are going to win a free kick there just outside the centre circle. And it's the foul from, I think it was Hatate, indeed it was, on Raskin. Nicholas Raskin. So free kick for Rangers right inside of the centre circle. 25 minutes left on the clock. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. As it stands, if it stays this way, then it'll be Motherwell on 53 points, Celtic on 54, Rangers on 59, Hearts 63. Celtic will have a game in hand. Free kick then for Rangers. Up long towards the edge of that Celtic penalty area. Headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area. Would it come down? Shot comes in. It's a snapshot more than anything else. And the second shot, which is from Diamande, that was his first touch and his second touch after coming off the bench some moments ago. His first one, his shot hit a defender, was blocked, came straight back to him. And he went for another bite of the cherry. And it sailed into the Copland Road stand towards our right-hand side. Ball's going to play over the far side. It'll be a Celtic throw. Move inside their own half down there. Left. Ario will take it. Ario's been told to make his way back down the line because he's tried to steal a few yards there before taking this throw in for Celtic. And he's a little bit closer to the halfway line than the byline, I would say. He's still grabbing a few yards as he sort of waltzes his way down that right-hand touchline, takes a throw in and plays it straight to a Rangers player. So after all that, gifted possession back, but Rangers is catching, isn't it? Rangers gifting possession back to Celtic, and guess what? Celtic do exactly the same, and then Rangers go long down the centre, and that goes all the way through to Sinisalo, the goalkeeper. Bowls out to Scales. Scales forward towards the halfway line. Reaching the midway point of this second half here at Ibrox. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. Big game at the top of the Scottish Premier League, which could go some way to deciding who's going to lift that trophy in May. And Celtic still with all to do. They've half the deficit though as they play it low out towards this near side. This with Tenetsi. Tenetsi switches play towards the right hand side. Here's Ario. Ario over the halfway line. Going to be picked up there by Yang over on the far side. No, he loses possession. Rangers go back towards the edge of their own 18-yard line, and it's low up towards Sterling. Sterling, low ball towards the halfway line. Goes out of play, but it's come off of a Celtic player, I should say. Tierney does the cheeky thing of picking the ball up, pretending to take the throw in, knowing full well that it wasn't a Celtic throw because it actually came off the Scottish international. So Sterling to take the throw on the halfway line for Rangers, throws all the way back towards the edge of his 18-yard line, and in the end John Souttar turns and goes back to his goalkeeper, left-hand side of the D, takes one touch and then kicks long. Headed clear and out towards the far side for Celtic, but it will be retrieved for Rangers. Mikey Moore, infield it goes, in the inside left position, goes back out towards that far side, and Chukwueze back to Fernandez, worked well out towards the left-hand side, plenty of blue shirts inside the penalty area. Eventually the ball does come in, it's not a particularly good one, and it's headed clear by Murray on the edge of the 6-yard area. Bounces out towards the far side, but Rangers retrieve possession and will come again. But I say they'll come again. Chukwueze actually turns and goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Drills it long, little flick on, and the flick on is going to go all the way through to the Celtic goalkeeper, who bowls it out to Scales. Left-hand side of the D. Forward it goes to McGregor. McGregor switches play towards the right-hand side for Celtic, and it eventually reaches the feet of Ario. Ario goes long down that right-hand side, and Rangers haven't dealt with this ball. Ball towards the edge of the penalty area, and that is a huge opportunity, which is skied over the bar from just inside the D. Just a long ball, hopeful ball, pumped forward really for Celtic. It wasn't dealt with at all. The ball is played across the edge of the 18-yard line, and they're arriving in space. Had more space than he thought as well. Was the Celtic man, Rio Hatate, who blazed it over the bar, and it's behind for a goal kick to Rangers. That was a good opportunity, that one, for Celtic to get themselves back on level terms as we enter the final 20 minutes. Rangers 2, Celtic 1, but it's Celtic doing all the running at the moment. Long ball down the centre. Now then, held up by Hatate. He's got options out towards the left-hand side, and he does play the ball low out towards this near side. Low ball left-footed comes in. There's the header, which is well wide of the goalkeeper's right-hand post, and it's behind for a goal kick. It was Nygren with the header in the end. In comes that cross from the left-hand side of the penalty area, and Kieran Tierney it was. Celtic are going to make another change shortly. They're going to bring on Marcelo Sarachi, the Uruguayan who's currently on loan from Boca Juniors. That's not going to happen just yet. He's just being readied on the touchline as Butland takes this goal kick. A little bit of rain starting to fall here at Ibrox. Long ball forward, Scales heads it clear for Celtic. It's loose on the halfway line, but it's Rangers who come away with it. They then go long down the centre. That's dealt with there, Ario with the header. And then it's Celtic's turn to go long out towards the far side. And the ball is ricocheted out towards the far side, and Butland's having to come out of his goal. And he does well actually there to take control. The Rangers goalkeeper puts it out of play. It will be a throw-in though for Celtic. Midway inside the Rangers half down the Celtic right. Ario's going to take it. Is this the time for Celtic to make that change? No, it's not. Looks like Ario's going to make this throw in before that. And Maeda's over there. Still has the ball in his hand, Ario. Eventually releases it and just gives the ball away. And Chukwueze can bring it clear for Rangers. He's already over the halfway line. Continue his run down that left-hand side. Chamiti's over there as well. Ball goes out of play. Throw in to Rangers. Good work by the Celtic captain in the end. Callum McGregor. Looks like they make a double change actually, Celtic. Real roll of the dice here for Martin O'Neill, because I can see, as well as Sarachi, there's another player that I couldn't quite see who it was, getting ready. It's not going to happen before this throw-in though for Celtic. Over on the far side, Romans will take it. Romans goes back to Fernandez, and Fernandez plays the ball low right-footed inside the centre circle to John Souttar. Switches play towards this near side. Here's Sterling. Sterling just held up for a second, and then a total miss hit by Mikey Moore, which has gone out of play. It's been a very hot and cold day for Mikey Moore. He was absolutely brilliant in the first half. Player of the first half for me. There's the Tottenham loanee, but he's had a very, very quiet second period. And that was an odd one from him. Just totally mishit the ball as he played it out towards this near side. Here's these changes then. for Celtic. And Seb Donetski. And here are the changes. Sorry, Zarachi, I should say, coming on. Tierney's done. Yang is done. And the other player is McCowan. So it's Luke McCowan to come on. So that's 4 changes made now for Martin O'Neill. Still just the one for Rangers. Although it looks like they're readying a change as well. In fact, they are. There's going to make a change now, the home team. And Skov Olsen's afternoon is over. And the Dane is going to be replaced by Diedi Gassama, the French number 23 for Rangers. We've got 16 minutes left for play. So 2 changes for Rangers, 4 for Celtic. And more importantly, 2 goals for Rangers, 1 for Celtic. It's Rangers leading by 2-1 here at Ibrox. But Celtic are certainly in the ascendancy. They've certainly been the better team in the second half. They've not been anywhere near as dominant as Rangers were in the first half. Rangers could have run away with it in the first period, to be fair. And Celtic were lucky to go in at half-time, only trailing by 2-0. But they've made these changes. And Martin O'Neill hopeful they can at least get something out of this game. As the ball goes back to Sinisalo. Goes low out to Scales, left-hand corner of the penalty area. Ball on his left foot. Low ball towards the halfway, that's not a particularly good one. And Rangers have stolen possession back. They might be in business here, Rangers, with Gassama just off the bench. Gassama twisting, turning, low ball in towards the edge of that 6-yard area, but Celtic will get it clear, and they'll fancy the break here, Celtic. As they bring it over the halfway line, over on that far side. Goes out towards the far touchline. Low ball across the edge of the 18-yard line. There's a foul there. That's going to be a free kick in a very, very dangerous position as Benjamin Nygren is brought down. A low ball across the edge of the 18-yard line from McCowan. His first touch, actually. And then that sliding challenge coming in just to the right of the D. And this is a big opportunity here for Celtic. And the Rangers player who committed the foul is Chukwani. I don't think he went in the book. Just looking at a replay of it now. Yeah, it's a completely unnecessary challenge. It really is. It's put his team under a lot of pressure here as the Dane. Now, can Celtic take advantage of this situation? It would definitely suit a left footer from the position that it's in. I wonder whether Tierney would have fancied this. Obviously, he's gone off now, hasn't he? But he's got a flashy left foot on him. Scored today with a header. We'll have to look elsewhere as Rangers prepare the wall, and at the moment it looks like it's going to be Benjamin Nygren, the Swede, to take it. 14 minutes left for play here. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. Celtic free kick hits the wall, and it did its job, and it's cleared out towards the halfway line for Rangers. That's exactly what the wall is there for. And Celtic have won it back over on the far side, and they're struggling to clear their lines here as it's worked out towards the inside left position. Ball inside the penalty area. This is better from Celtic. Challenge comes in. It's a really well-timed one, actually, and it breaks for Sterling down this near side, and Rangers can clear long. They look like a team hanging on here, Rangers. There's still 13 minutes plus stoppage time to play, and it already feels like the last couple of minutes. Ball in towards the near post. That one's going to bounce once and go through to Butland. Just sitting a little bit deep here, Danny Rollsmen. Remember, if Celtic could get level, then that would be you'd feel the perfect outcome, wouldn't it, for Hearts? A perfect weekend, really, for Hearts, with both teams dropping points. I'm sure that's exactly what they would want. I think if they had to choose a winner, Hearts, they'd probably prefer Rangers to win over Celtic, only because Celtic have got that game in hand. And if Celtic had won today, which is looking very unlikely, then they would have closed the gap to 6 points, but they'd have a game in hand, of course. Low ball out towards this near side for Celtic, doing all the running now, the visitors, as they chase this equaliser. Donetski has it. Low ball towards the edge of the penalty. Worked out towards the right side. This is promising for Celtic. And the shot at the far post is poor. Straight into the arms of Butland. That was an opportunity. Martin O'Neill's up off the bench. It was really well worked on the edge of the penalty area, actually, by Nygren. and eventually it comes out towards the far post, and it's Luke McGowan who's there. He takes one touch to take it onto his left foot, and it's a really poor finish. He gets absolutely nothing on it. That is a gilt-edged opportunity for Celtic to make it 2 apiece. And he's fluffed his lines there, Luke McGowan, just off the bench, of course. A little bit cold, possibly. And I don't think there's any excuses for there. He's 6 yards out. And he's, well, I say he's got to find the target. He did find the target. They're stretched here, Rangers. Now down this near side. That'll be a yellow card as Suter comes in with the challenge. 2nd yellow card of the afternoon. And it's 1 apiece now for that challenge on Septonetsky as he's racing clear down his left-hand side. He had to come across. He's taken one for the team there, Suter, because his team was so stretched as they came forward. They lost the ball on the halfway line, and Celtic were quick to break. And Rangers just feel as if they're hanging on a little bit here, which sounds surprising, bearing in mind how well they played in the first half. Free kick then to Celtic in the inside left position, around about 35 yards from goal. Plenty of green and white hoop shirts inside the penalty area. It's going to be taken by Nygren, and it comes. There's the header, and a huge opportunity. It's headed over the bar. I'll tell you what, it's from a very, very similar position to the goal. But on this occasion, Dame Murray couldn't get it on target, which is what Kieran Tierney managed to do, and that's 2 big opportunities for Celtic in the last 2 or 3 minutes. And well, he'd be disappointed with himself there, Dame Murray. Goal kick then for Rangers as we head into the last 10 minutes of the 90. And is there going to be a sting in the tail here at Ibrox, with Rangers kind of hanging on at the moment? Celtic are the team creating all the opportunities. They're going to have to commit more forward, though, of course. Take more risks as the game goes on, and that could possibly open things up, and it could open things up here for Rangers. That's not a particularly good ball into the edge of the 18-yard line by Gassama, and Celtic clear over on the far side. As the ball kept in play there. Looked like it went out of play, but it's irrelevant anyway because Celtic have gifted possession back to Rangers as Fernandez goes all the way back to Butland. First time clearance left-footed down the centre. Celtic volley it back towards the edge of the penalty area. It bounces once, bounces twice, and goes all the way back to Butland. Butland picks the ball up, and then he bowls it out towards Emmanuel Fernandez. The Belgian turns and goes back to the goalkeeper. Oh, horrible clearance from Butland out towards the far side. Completely sliced it. Gifting possession back to Celtic again. But Rangers do well to win it back inside the centre circle. Now it goes down the centre, and that's dealt with by Murray, and Celtic have it again. Loop forward down the centre. Suter gets the header clear. It's not a particularly good one. Straight to a Celtic player out towards this near side. They're inside the penalty area. Plenty of players forward. The ball's got to come into the box, and that's really, really good defending. The ball is out of play. It's Sterling, actually, who was not going to allow that ball to be squared back towards that 6-yard area. It's a horrible headed clearance, by the way, by Suter on the edge of his penalty area, straight to a green and white shirt. And then it was picked up just on the left-hand side of the penalty area by Tonetsi, and he's just muscled off it in the end by Sterling. Did really, really well actually there, the Rangers right back. Out of play for a goal kick. 8 minutes left for play. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. Butland to take this goal kick for Rangers. Goes long down the centre. Header clear towards the halfway line. A little bit of head tennis inside the centre circle. Who's the ball going to drop down for? It's going to drop down for Rangers. Loop forward towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Cross has got to come in. Cross does come in towards the far post, and it's headed behind for a corner. It's good work, actually. Good defending at that far post. And the ball comes in from Diamande. He was looking for Gassama, who'd arrived at the far post. Corner then for Rangers. It seems so long since Rangers had a corner. Mikey Moore is going to take it, and he's going to take his time. He can't blame him for that. 7 minutes left for play, with his team leading narrowly by 2-1. Looking to close that gap on Hearts to 4 points. They go short with the corner, Rangers. Mikey Moore took it, gets the ball back left-hand corner of the penalty area, gets the cross in, and it's headed clear on the edge of the 6-yard area for Celtic, who will look to break here They committed men forward here, Rangers, and Celtic can clear. They've gone long down the centre. That's not going to work out for them, though, as the ball goes back to the goalkeeper. It's good tracking back, actually, by Romans, who goes back to the goalkeeper. Drills it clear. It's a horrible clearance again from Butland. Straight to a Celtic player, left-hand side of the penalty, left-hand side of the centre circle, but Celtic are quick to give possession back to their visitors, and suddenly Rangers are chasing forward now with Gassama. Gassama, can he get the cross in? No, he can't. It's blocked, but he will get a corner as Murray puts it out. Corner for Rangers, end-to-end stuff here. They've got to be careful, Rangers. They want that third. They know for a fact that a third goal right now kills the game off. But they've got to be careful about being caught on the break. And if Celtic were a little more streetwise coming forward some moments ago, they might have been in business. Corner then for Rangers, and it's the corner that nobody wants to take. The referee is pointing to his watch and saying, well, I've stopped the clock. It's just going to be added on at the end. In the end, a Rangers player comes across towards this near side to take it, and it's Tour Romens as well, who's going to take this left-footed in-swinger. They went for the short one some moments ago over on the far side. Looks as if Romens is going to send this one in, though. Left-footed. 6 minutes to play. Right above the goalkeeper. It's a decent delivery as well, and Celtic get it clear over on the far side. They go long towards the halfway line. It will be retrieved, though, for Rangers by Sterling, who sends it long again towards the right side of the penalty area, but he's sent it too long, and it's gone behind the goal towards the right-hand side, and it's behind for a goal kick to Celtic. Just over 5 minutes left for play. They're going to make their final change, Celtic. Last roll of the dice for Martin O'Neill, and Nygren is going to be replaced. So it's Benjamin Nygren replaced by James Forrest, who's got 5 minutes here plus stoppage time to try and get his team a goal and a point, as Murray brings it forward. Priory over the halfway line, it goes out towards that far side. First touch as well for Forrest, who's taken up position over on that far side for Celtic. Goes all the way back towards the halfway line. Everybody now bar the Celtic goalkeeper inside the Rangers half. They're just going to try and hang on here. I think Rangers has worked so far for them, I guess, isn't it? As players spread out towards this near side. He is Tanetsky. He's done well in this second half since he came on, actually. Cuts in field slightly. Rangers almost win the ball back through Gassama, but they've maintained it, Celtic, but I have to go all the way back towards the halfway line. It's inside the centre circle again, and here is Forrest once more, involved immediately. Goes back towards the halfway line, and Hatate spreads play out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Tanetsky again. Tanetsky, there's the cross, headed clear by Fernandez, edge of the 6-yard area. Celtic pick up the pieces, edge of the penalty area, and they work it out towards the right-hand side of the penalty. They've still got plenty of numbers forward inside the 18-yard box. Cross has got to come in. Cross does come in. There's the header, and somehow it's not gone in. Incredible. Cleared out towards this near side, out of play. How on earth Celtic haven't scored there, I don't know. I think Butland has got a big say in it. The throw-in is taken quickly. No, the referee's not happy with where it was taken. Hang on a minute. And they'll have to take that throw-in again. They look to get on with proceedings quickly. The cross came in. Right-footed. And the cross came in. I'm just trying to see who got the header in. Well, the header was from Maida. And Butland didn't know much about it. Butland, he spreads himself. That's what he does well, Butland. The header is literally 4 yards out. I'll tell you what, it did hit a hand, actually, as it came through and hit the goalkeeper. I don't think there's much can be made of that. Is VAR going to look at this? It did hit the arm of, I think it's Fernandez inside that 6-yard area. They're checking. Well, this is huge. They are checking for a penalty. So what's happened is the cross has come in from the right-hand side. I think it's going to be given, you know, because the referee's coming towards the screen. The cross comes in from the right-hand side, and Dayson Maida gets the head to it. The header hits, I think it's Fernandez, on the arm, and then hits, I think it actually hits Jack Butland in the face, and ends up being cleared. Definitely hits his arm. There's absolutely no denying it hits his arm. It's just whether it's just so close. The only issue he's got is his arm is stretched out. His arm, it's his left arm. It's actually Sterling whose arm it hits. Dujon Sterling. And then the ball hits. I'm just trying to see if it did that make, I mean, if it makes any difference, I mean, there is a possibility, actually, looking at it, the referee's still looking at it, by the way, there's a possibility that if that arm doesn't intervene from Sterling, I think the ball probably ends up in the back of the net, so I think this is probably going to be given. This is big moments in the Scottish Premier League title race. We've got 2 minutes left of the 90. It's Rangers 2, Celtic 1, and I think Celtic are going to be awarded a penalty here and an opportunity to snatch a point here at Ibrox. It's the header from Dazen Maida, and the referee points to the penalty spot. What a huge moment, because Celtic, who were 2-0 down at half-time, got back into it in the 56th minute through Kieran Tierney, now have an opportunity in the 89th, it's going to be the 90th minute by the time this penalty's been taken, in the 90th minute to snatch a point here at Ibrox, which I'll be honest with you, I never saw coming, because at half-time they were 2-0 down, they were being completely outplayed. Rangers, well, it wouldn't have flattered them if they were 3 or 4 up at half-time. That's how much better than Celtic they were. Martin O'Neill shuffled the pack at half-time, made a couple of changes. They've dominated this second period. They've had a couple of real big opportunities, actually, to get level. And now they won't have a better opportunity than this to get level. The penalty, I assume, is going to be taken by Julian Arrio, the Mexican. He's got the ball in his hand. A yellow card's just been given out, by the way, to a Rangers player. It might be Chukwueze. I'll get confirmation at second. Third yellow card of the afternoon. The penalty is going to be taken, actually, by Reo Hatate, the Japanese. And Nico Raskin, by the way, is the man who's been booked. So Raskin goes into the book, but we turn our attentions now to our left-hand side and the Broom Lane stand, because Celtic from the penalty spot, we're going to be in stoppage time by the time he hits this, by the way. What a huge moment this is in the Scottish Premier League title race. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. We're heading into stoppage time, and Reo Hatate, the Japanese, is going to step up with an opportunity to make it 2 apiece. So Hatate will be right-footed against Jack Butland, steps up, right-footed, keeper saves it, but he puts the rebound in, and it's 2-2. Would you believe it? And Hatate's just picked the ball up. They want the win here, Celtic. He's not even celebrated, the Japanese. Butland guessed right, he went the right way, but unfortunately for the goalkeeper, it bounced kindly for Hatate, who put it in, and it's Rangers 2, Celtic 2. We're inside stoppage time. And Celtic have made it quite clear what their intentions are. They want to win this game, because as soon as that ball hit the back of the net, Hatate picked the ball out. Butland actually made a second save, incredibly. It came back to Hatate. Butland saved again, but it just fell literally on the goal line, and Hatate just had to tap it into the empty net. It's 2 apiece. He's so unlucky there, Butland. He did everything right. And the favour and the ball just ran kindly in the end for Hatate. Off the bench, the Japanese. He's got the goal, 90+1 from the penalty spot. You've got to feel sorry for Butland, you really do. But it's Rangers 2, Celtic 2. And what did I say earlier? This is the result that Hearts wanted. If it finishes 2 apiece. 5 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. We're inside that now. And is there going to be another crazy twist? Because, to be fair, both of these teams want the win, don't they? All the draw is doing is, well, certainly not handing the title to Hearts. That's slightly overdoing it. But it's the result that Hearts would have wanted, with both of these teams dropping points. It's 2 apiece. Rangers going to have a go. Celtic's certainly going to have a go, judging by how they picked that ball out of the net and took it straight back to the centre circle. They want the 3 points here, Celtic. I'll give you an update on the live table in a second. But Rangers are coming forward, and we've seen nothing from Rangers really in this second, apart from maybe about the first 5 minutes of the second half. There's a free kick. Gassama's brought down this near side, so it'll be a Rangers free kick. Gassama brought down. It's the foul by Zarachi, the Uruguayan, who's just come on. So free kick for Rangers, just a few yards infield from this near touchline, midway inside the Celtic half. We played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time, so 2.5 to go. Rangers 2, Celtic 2. Rangers were 2 up at half-time. Celtic have fought back in this second half, and it's Rangers now coming forward, which is something we've seen very little of. Mikey Moore's going to take this free kick, and it comes right-footed, headed clear on the edge of the 18-yard line. Loop back towards the edge of the penalty area by the unlucky, I guess you could say, Dujon Sterling. It was his handball that resulted in that penalty, which was tucked. Well, it wasn't tucked away. It was missed. It was saved by the goalkeeper, but the rebound was tucked in. The second rebound, let's not forget. Celtic go long. That'll be retrieved by the aforementioned Sterling, who goes back to his goalkeeper. Butland's so unlucky with that penalty save. He goes long, right-footed. 3 minutes of stoppage time played, 2 to go. 2 apiece here in the O.Firm derby. Headed on towards the edge of the penalty area. Mikey Moore has it. Can he get the ball out from under his feet? Gets a shot away. Cleared by Celtic. And suddenly they've woken up, Rangers, here, but it may just be too late. They were so good in the first half, and if they continued the way they were going in that first period, there was only going to be one winner. And it's a throw-in for Rangers down this near side, midway inside the Celtic half. It'll be taken by Sterling. Sterling infield he goes. They've got numbers forward here. It's gone out of play again, but this time it's going to be a Celtic throw-in, is it? And Sterling throws the ball away. Correction, by the way, it's 6 minutes of stoppage time, not 5. So we played 4 now, so we've still got 2 to go. There is still time for a dramatic winner here. Heart of Midlothian will certainly be hoping there won't be, as Celtic go long. That's cleared long, though, by Fernandez down the centre. That'll go all the way through to the Celtic goalkeeper, Yami Sinisalo. Bowls out towards the far side. What have Celtic got left then? They've done all the running in this second half. It felt as if the equalizer was coming. Ball's got another player on the far side. It'll be a Rangers throw midway inside their own half down their left-hand side. It felt as if it was coming. So the state of play now in the Scottish Premier League. Motherwell 53, Celtic 55, Rangers 57, and Hearts will have a 6-point lead unless there's a goal in these next 2 minutes of stoppage time. Hearts are the big winners here. It's not good enough for either team really at the moment. As Rangers come forward, they will get a free kick down this near side. Midway, well, it's pretty much level with the edge of the penalty area as the Frenchman Gassama is brought down. The foul by the Rangers number 23, Seb Tonetsky. And it comes. Can Rangers win themselves a corner? No, they can't. It's gone out, and it'll be a goal kick for Celtic, and that might just be that. We're in the final minute of stoppage time. They took a short one, tried to catch Celtic cold. In it came, and in the end it came to nothing. It did look actually like it did come off a Celtic player actually, but the free, in fact, it was brought back for a free kick for a high boot inside the penalty area. So it's Celtic keep getting these late goals, don't they? They may be crucial come the end of the season, of course. We shall see. The ball is loose. Midway inside the Celtic half. We've literally got seconds remaining as Celtic clear towards the halfway line. And Rangers want a free kick. I think the referee's allowed play to continue because Rangers have possession. No, he's... there goes the final whistle, in fact. It's all square here at the